Golf News RI presents the Golf Dudes Podcast. Here are the dudes. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Golf Dudes Podcast. I'm Golf News RI co-founder Joe Calabro. Joining me
another episode of the Golf Dudes Podcast. I'm Golf News RI co-founder Joe Calabro. Joining me
is well, anyway, sorry, let's screw that up, of course. Rich Capali alongside, sort of virtually. Rich, how you doing today, buddy boy?
Not too bad. It's happening. I see 40 degrees in the 10-day forecast. It's almost here. We just got to get the snow off the ground and then we can start swinging clubs again. So I'm pumped about that. It got dark at a little after 6 o'clock. Also a great sign. Just pumped to get all this crappy snow out of here.
Absolutely. It's already March. Like I think I said last week, at least the last 2 years, if not 3 years, I've played golf rounds in March. So by the trend, we should be playing in just a few short weeks. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, next week is my birthday, so maybe by then, that's mid-March.
That'd be cool.
We could be talking. So needless to say, the anticipation for the golf season, both from us playing standpoint, which is I know obviously what we're looking forward to, but also from a media standpoint, is very high. We have tons of things planned, as I've mentioned, and those will be announced shortly. At least one project surely will be announced very shortly as people are signing on. But anyway, before we get to all that stuff, and obviously a big week on the PGA Tour, one of my favorite tournaments of the year, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Obviously a big week for our guy, Patrick Welch. So we'll get to him as well. But before we get to any of that, we should tell you two big things going on at the moment. Well, one is that the Golf Dudes Podcast is presented by Links Drinks. Links Drinks is best known for their transfusion in a can. The transfusion is vodka, ginger ale, and grape juice, all mixed up into one refreshing beverage. Look for Links Drinks at country clubs and liquor stores near you. I'm super excited to meet in person for the first time our guy Fred Ivanko from Links Drinks, the founder of Links Drinks, as they'll be at the Northeast Golf Show in just a few weeks. So we're super excited to do some content with them. My thinking is a transfusion conversation of some sort. So we'll have contact with them at the golf show in a couple of weeks. So super excited to meet them in person. And speaking of said Northeast Golf Show, you may have seen all over social media and on our website in the top right corner, we have a discount code for those that are looking to buy tickets for the Northeast Golf Show. Save $3. Tickets are only $13, so it knocks it down to $10. At least general admission tickets are only $13. Anyways, obviously you can get VIP tickets as well if you would choose. But save $3. Use discount code Golf News RI, all caps, and you save $3. So be sure to grab your tickets. I think sales have been pretty good. At least the click-throughs through our platforms, both Instagram and on our website, have been pretty good so far. So super excited for the Northeast Golf Show in just a few weeks. We're looking forward to seeing all different brands from all over the region, and obviously including Rhode Island. They're at Gillette Stadium. Is actually in the Patriots practice facility, their indoor practice facility. So super excited to see everyone there. So again, discount code Golf News RI, all one word, as such as our logo. And so hopefully we'll see you all there. So other than that, there's obviously the anticipation for that is building. We're getting our merchandise ready, t-shirts and different things, probably stickers that you can put on your golf bag or wherever you put stickers, I guess, and other things. So getting ready for that, and obviously getting ready for content from a content standpoint. But Rich, I know you're pumped about that. We had a good business meeting today, if you want to call it that. And I know you're excited for the golf show in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's the first of its kind. It's not like the one that's been downtown Boston forever. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. We said the pin guys are going to be there. Links Drinks is going to be there. It's going to be good to network and everything like that. And it's kind of cool that it's going to be in the Patriots practice facility. Never been inside there before. And yeah, good. Looking forward. I'm planning on being there hopefully Friday and Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Also, yeah, that's coming up March 25th to the 27th again, at, like Rich said, inside the Patriots practice facility in the bubble, as they say. So super excited for that as we're continuing to get things ready and figure out exactly what we're bringing, what we're not bringing, and all those other things as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks for us, but also a fun couple of weeks. I've personally never been to a golf show. Certainly never exhibited at one. So I'm certainly excited for that. And obviously this is the show that was moved from Boston, downtown Boston, to now Gillette Stadium, which it feels like is easier for everybody, generally speaking. Downtown Boston obviously can be a lot of issues parking wise and otherwise. And
That place was that place was a definite pain in the ass to get to.
And it seems like this could be a better situation. So we're excited for that. Obviously, get tickets through our website. Use the discount code. Again, tickets are only $13, so you save $3. Tickets are $10, so that's pretty good. So super excited for all that stuff as well. I will warn you that if PC is playing an NCAA tournament in the game in the middle of any of those afternoons, I may be stepping out for a couple of hours. So fair warning. Anyways, Joe Sago, thanks for watching. Good to talk to you this week. Bridget, thanks for watching. Mom, thanks for watching. Nick Bull is tuning in from Parts Unknown. Nick, thanks for watching. Hope everyone is doing well on this Thursday as we inch closer, and I mean inch closer to the local golf season. Like I said, we played golf rounds in March each of the last 2 years at least, if not 3 years. So hopefully the anticipation is really building because hopefully we'll be playing by mid-March or so this year. Anyways, lots to get to today. Obviously, anything with the Arnold Palmer Invitational is on the table, but we do have to give credit to local stuff. I like to start with local stuff generally, but we've switched the format over the weeks. But a huge week for our guy, Patrick Welch. Last week was Will Dixon week. This week is Patrick Welch week. He won as most of you read, he won the Southern Highlands Collegiate this past week on Tuesday over in Las Vegas. So a huge win for him. And that gets him his first ever PGA Tour start coming in October at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open at TPC Summerlin, which is in Las Vegas. Again, that's in October. So super excited for him. He's had a heck of a few weeks. He finished sixth 2 weeks ago, I think, at the Puerto Rico Open. He shot 62 in the first round, nearly broke 60. He wasn't that, I mean, obviously 62, 59 is not that big of a difference. So nearly broke 60, shot 62, which is a school record. And then this week he ends up getting the win. He had a share of the lead going into the final round, birdied the first hole, and he extended his lead on the front nine. He really had it won relatively comfortably. He had no more than a two-shot. He had at least a two-shot lead the entire day, and he closed out and ended up winning by 3 shots. So a huge win for Patrick Welch. He's struggled over the last semester. He struggled. He was left off the roster for Eastlake, and he's kind of come back with some rejuvenated confidence. And now he's going to make a PGA Tour start in October, and surely Golf News Wire will have full coverage of that. I don't know if the whole field has been released yet for that tournament, but pretty exciting stuff for a kid from Classical High School to at least making one PGA Tour start for now. And then obviously he's moving up the ranks in the PGA Tour University rankings. Him and Davis Chatfield have both climbed this week. Patrick will climb more next week, given this victory. This victory wasn't taken into account. But pretty exciting stuff for Patrick Welch there, Mr. Rich.
Yeah. Congratulations to him. It's good to see some local guys getting stuff done, doing the work. It's good to see their hard work paying off. Definitely looking forward to him playing against the big boys at the Shriners. When did you say that is? That's what, end of the year?
I didn't write down the exact dates. It's in October.
Okay, okay, yeah, so that's
So
gonna be,
I
it's
didn't
gonna
write
be
the
something
exact,
to look forward to.
I didn't write down the exact dates. At least on my notes here. I think they might be in the article, but I could be wrong. Anyway, but I mean, what do you think that first tee shot and a PGA Tour event is gonna be like?
Yeah, especially it also depends on who he's playing with too.
Right. Well, of
mean,
course,
if he-
that's part of it, but
Yeah,
I mean, just in
if
general,
he
like
somehow gets,
here you are on the
yeah,
PGA Tour.
yeah, right. I mean, it's like, making it to the big leagues now. Now it's a what's it called, a reality, and it's going to definitely going to be some nerves.
So that's coming up in October. So obviously, that's a long way away, but it's going to go by fast, and we'll have coverage of that when it happens. I don't know how much TV time he's going to get necessarily, but we'll try to
Yeah,
cover
true.
it.
Yeah,
We'll try to cover it the best we can. And that's again at TPC Summerlin in October. I wrote it in my notes. I don't have the exact dates right in front of me, but I'm sure you can look it up. It might even be on in our article. Excuse me. I just stopped short with the copying and pasting. But anyway, super exciting stuff for Patrick. And obviously, he's been through a ton, like the coach said, like his coach said in a quote. So that's pretty cool. So Patrick Welch wins. Last week was Will Dixon week. This week is Patrick Welch week. Maybe perhaps next week will be Will Dixon week as he returns to action next week. And again, they both Patrick and Davis Chatfield have moved up significantly in the PGA Tour University rankings. Welch is at 29th and Chatfield is at 66th. But remember, Chatfield was in like the 90s last year at one point. So he's moved up significantly. Patrick Welch is climbing. He's going to climb again with this victory. And again, the top 15 get into an automatic bid into one of the PGA Tour mini tours. And top 5, which I'm not sure how realistic for him top 5 is, but top 5 gets you on the exemption on the Korn Ferry Tour. So we'll keep track of that every week as we've done with the PGA Tour University. A real cool thing I think that they've done to try to help kids get from college to the pros, because that wasn't necessarily an easy thing to do, obviously. So that's the local topic of discussion as we inch closer to golf season here. Obviously, we're looking forward to having guests on throughout the season. Obviously, right now is kind of tricky, kind of tough because nothing's really going on. But certainly, at least we have the college golf stuff going on. So good for them. And again, in Welch and Chatfield both could be playing in the Northeast Amateur this year, which is also something to look forward to. It could be their last amateur hurrah, potentially. I know Davis really wants to try to take another run at it, and perhaps Patrick does as well. He wants to have at least a better showing than last year, I would imagine. So keep in mind when you're watching college golf and when we're talking about college golf, a lot of these kids come and play in the Northeast Amateur at the newly renovated Wanamoyset. So something to keep an eye on and kind of identify who's doing what. On the PGA Tour side, what was fascinating this week was that Tiger won the Player Impact Program, $8 million. Now, if you remember, and we reported it back in December, Phil claimed that he won the PIP. And so now, and people reported it had confirmed that Phil did in fact win it. Now PGA Tour officially comes out with the rankings. Tiger wins it. I can't help but think of conspiracy. I mean, Phil's going through all kinds of shit, to say the least. All of his sponsors have left him. The PGA Tour's players are trashing on him. The PGA Tour sounds like they're kind of abandoning him for now. Now all of a sudden, it's Tiger that wins the PIP, and Phil finishes second. Of course, the PGA Tour, the tour starts to pay Phil. So, what's the difference between $2 million? I guess in the reality of the situation. But I don't know. What do you think? I know we talked about this earlier. Because I mean, it's a conspiracy theory. that far off of this situation. It seems kind of convenient. I mean, to me.
Yeah, the timing of the announcement seems a little convenient, given the fact that he just badmouthed everybody, end of last week. I don't know. I don't know if it's a conspiracy. I mean, Tiger won this. Tiger should have won this thing anyways, I think. I mean, Phil won the PGA. I know he's involved a lot on social media and stuff. He's probably one of the most involved PGA players on social media. And somebody joked on one of the other podcasts. I doubt even Tiger knows how to sign into Instagram. He's just so that far. He's like so far out of the tech world. But
He's old, is what you're saying.
well, yeah. I mean, that's what they say about Belichick too. What was it? Snap face and Insta something.
Yeah. Snap face. My face. My face. I don't do this my face stuff.
So yeah, it wasn't already set in stone that Tiger won. Phil's comments definitely didn't help him. So it's a 50-50 shot on whether it was a shot at Phil for bad mouth on the tour. I honestly really don't. I really couldn't even guess if it had any impact on it.
Yeah, I would like to believe that it wasn't, because I like to believe that this was on the up and up, and the reality is that Tiger should win the PIP every year, because if Tiger puts a video out of himself taking one golf swing, he literally gets
exactly.
1 million views.
Yeah, it was like
But
20 million.
It is
20 million
odd.
views in 2 days.
It is odd that, I don't know if odd is the right word. It is strange that, again, I don't know if I'm using the right words, but Tiger didn't make one competitive swing this year, other than the PNC, which obviously doesn't really count. That he still won. So it is interesting that that's kind of how it works. It's really not about the golf necessarily. Obviously, it's just about everything else, which is fine, because everything else this day and age matters. But it's like you can just sit at home and crank out, practice videos.
Yeah. So yeah,
and win.
we were talking about. I was talking about this when you were over here earlier. Pat Perez was on the Subpar podcast, and he said to those guys that Tiger should win a PIP-like thing every single year for what he's done for golf, for kids, for black athletes, all that stuff. He should win it every year, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the other guys feel the same way, which is half of them are golfers because of him, or probably more than half, like 90% of young guys. Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, all those guys are because of him, which is impact that should be rewarded always. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's what somebody tweeted. Was it Poulter or somebody tweeted that they thought it was unfair that Tiger didn't play a tournament this year, but they also believe that that Tiger should be given the money, every year. They just thought it was odd that it didn't come down to actually playing it all. Which is a fair assessment from a current PGA Tour player who's trying to,
But if you look at,
sorry, Colin Morikawa is ranked 11th, and he's won 2 majors, and he's won all kinds of tournaments, and he's not even getting any money. He's ranked just outside of the money line for this player impact program. So it is interesting, and yeah, I'm happy that Tiger won it. Believe me, I'm the biggest Tiger fan.
I mean, the key word here is impact. Like right now, Morikawa really doesn't have a huge impact on the game. I mean, he's gonna win. He's gonna win a ton. He's gonna have a ton of probably in more majors and a ton of wins. But like the key word in this thing is impact. Tiger's had impact since what, 96, 97? Like continuously impacted the game on all facets. So I mean, I get the whole like him not playing, he didn't even take a swing type of thing. I get that from the player's standpoint, but the key word is impact. These other players aren't really having an impact on the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right. No, you're right. That's a good point by you. That is the key word, impact. And you know,
And a lot of
as much-
people think about impact in different ways. Like a lot of it's, you know, social, like for Phil, social media impact. That, I mean, that's all he really brought to the table. I mean, he won the PGA Championship. We all know that. But like the only reason why he was even considered was because of his social media impact, because he converses with the fans a lot, and you know, the thumbs up and all that stuff. So yeah, Tiger should be given this award every year.
Totally. Jason Smith is watching. Jason Smith's been a loyal follower. He says
He's in Florida. He's in Florida right now with the wife.
he says he is watching us from Disney World.
Yeah.
So tell
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse we said hello. Ask him if he wants to come on.
Probably like
come on the
80
podcast.
degrees.
So thanks for watching us from Disney World. We appreciate the support. I would suggest going and enjoying your time in Florida and not watching us. But
You got to
if
come
you wanna
back to
tune in-
40 degrees.
if you want to tune in from Disney World, we're not gonna say no. So thanks for watching us from Disney, and enjoy the time in the sunny Florida, as they say. It'll be here. The golf season here is right around the corner. You can already get a sense of it. It feels like. So thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Lots of, obviously, things are getting a little bit busier in golf land. So Tiger wins the PIP. Phil Mickelson finishes second. Just another loss in Phil Mickelson's
Right. I didn't even think about that.
brutal few weeks of just complete destruction. Destruction might even be an understatement. I know we've talked about him a ton on this show.
What about the
Obviously,
tweet? What about the tweet?
the tweet? Yeah, he tweeted that he won the PIP right now. And then Tiger said,
Savage.
whoops.
Oh my God. Whoops.
Yeah, he tweeted that he won back in December. And there were
Ugh.
media sources that confirmed that he did in fact win. So now that's why I'm thinking, like, that's why I said conspiracy, because like Daniel Rappaport, now that he's pretty credible, obviously. He confirmed that Phil won it. Others confirmed that he won it. Amon, to his credit, said no, that's not official yet. So obviously he was correct. Clearly he's connected and knows what he's doing, in theory. So that's why I say about the conspiracy, because people had confirmed that Phil did in fact win. Phil said that he won. Now the only thing that he said right in that tweet, if you look back at it, was that he was going to find a hot and controversial topic to tweet about next, and he certainly did
He
that.
sure did.
He delivered on that promise 10 times over. So that's why I think that's the only reason why it makes it look like a conspiracy, is that it's because Phil, just everything went on with Phil. Now all of a sudden, PGA Tour reverses course and he wins it. But I'm happy that Tiger won it. Obviously, next week is a huge week for him, going into the World Golf Hall of Fame, which is going to be super exciting. I know Golf Channel is taking that live, believe it or not. So I'm super excited for that, obviously. But yes, so that's interesting. Did you? I know we've talked about this, but I mean, all these people that are dropping Phil, all the sponsors, KPMG, Callaway is pausing, which really means they're dropping him, and all these other things. Are you surprised? Did you think it was going to get? I mean, he literally has nothing left. Were you surprised that happened?
No, I think Peter said something on one of our comments. It's cancel culture, man. Nobody wants to hear people bitch about like if KPMG, all these other ones didn't drop him, they would have been protests and cries about why do you have this horrible person in the thing. It's just companies rather just drop you than listen to people cry, because the cancel culture is out of this world. On the hindsight, I was very surprised that Callaway dropped him. They took a break.
Right.
Lifelong lifetime sponsorship with the company. Not so surprised at the other ones for dropping him.
Yeah, I was surprised at that. I mean, exactly. Could certainly part of it is obviously cancel culture, like you said.
Yeah.
But another part of it, I think, is that a lot of these companies have either sponsorships with the PGA Tour themselves. Like KPMG hosts is the title sponsor of an LPGA tournament.
LPGA, yeah.
Certainly Callaway, Heineken, Amstel. I'm sure they're sponsors somewhere along the line. So I think part of it, obviously, part of it's cancel culture, but part of it is that these companies have all the sponsorships within the PGA Tour, and if Phil is not going to be on the PGA Tour and go against the PGA Tour in theory, quote unquote, then I think that a lot of these companies look at it as, well, I mean, you're not really helping us. You're really hurting, our brand. There was somebody tweeted a photo a few days ago. I think I told you about it. When Dustin Johnson went over to play in the Saudi International, one of his sponsors, I think RBC, he had to remove a sponsor's logo from his shirt because they didn't want to sponsor him in that particular week, going, not playing on the tour, going overseas, whatever. And I wonder if that's going to be something to look for whoever commits to the Saudi Golf League, which surely people will, I would imagine. If they're all gonna end up losing sponsors, and they're gonna have to, or potentially losing sponsors, and they're all gonna have to redo their entire branding situation.
And nobody's going to sponsor them because of the dirty Saudi money. So, I mean,
right. Exactly.
and their what's it called? Their human right, their lack of human
Yeah,
rights.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So, by the way, KD's back, and that spells trouble for the Celtics tomorrow night.
Well, the Celtics play them on Sunday afternoon. So.
I didn't realize it was on.
No, tonight they're playing John Morant. And then
I was just scrolling on Twitter, and KD's dropping absolute bombs.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, Celtics are playing Sunday afternoon, I think, against Brooklyn. Bud Chatfield, thanks for watching. Hope all is well. We actually were just talking about Davis moving up the rankings in the PGA Tour University poll. He's climbing quickly. So super exciting stuff for local college golf. Obviously, URI and Bryant will be getting underway once the snow melts, and we'll obviously cover them as well. PGA Tour this week is at the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill. One of my favorite tournaments to watch. Certainly no Bryson. He drops out at the last minute once again with supposed injuries. And also,
did I send you that? Did I send you that meme about the 90%? I may have sent it to my brother-in-law. It said Bryson decommitting to the Arnold Palmer at 90% is a giant slap in the face to all of us who only give 45% on the golf course.
Yes. Well, that 45% is usually because we're drunk. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with Bryce. That was, again,
so weird.
There was a report out on Friday, I think, that he was planning to play, and then whatever it was, Monday, he puts out this, by the way, totally awkward Twitter video. I don't know if you watched it. It was totally awkward. The whole video was totally awkward. So, and then he decommits. So I'm not sure what's going on with him. Supposedly he's going to try to play next week at the Players, which was a tournament that he had the lead in last year before he dumped his shot in the water on whatever hole that was, a bizarre
scrapper of the year.
Bizarre hole. So who knows what's going on with Bryson. Jason Day also decommitted. It should be noted that it was announced that his mother passed away of cancer, so that was sad. Obviously, that's clearly why he decommitted from the tournament, because he knew obviously she wasn't going to be around. So he decommitted earlier this week, but he did switch over to Bridgestone golf balls. So that was the business news of the week, I guess. But Arnold Palmer today, Rory McIlroy lights it up. I was surprised when I scrolled down the leaderboard, because as Rich does, I also like to look at who's in last place, and Kevin Na was in last place, which I could not believe. But Rory McIlroy is top of the leaderboard. He's off in the afternoon tomorrow, so tomorrow could be a good fun day to sit inside and have a few brewskis and watch Rory play and see if he can hold on to the lead or if he craps his pants, which he's been known to do. So let's give the fans a quick run of the leaderboard. I know we just went through some of it, but again,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe Kevin Na was in last place. That was totally shocking.
Hysterical.
But
Well, not
anyways.
hysterical. I actually like Nas, so it's kind
Yeah,
of.
no, I do too. I do too. That's why I couldn't believe he was in last place.
Come on, you idiot.
Sorry, buddy. Rich has a computer from the 1970s.
It's not even that old. It's just horrible. All right. So as you said, Rory's got the lead at 7 under, 2 shots. He's got a 2-shot lead. All of these scores are final. They did not have to suspend play. Bo Hostler has the solo second place. Is in solo second place. Jesus, I can't talk. No, he's not. I lied. He's tied with JJ Spawn at 5 under. Along
There's
with Billy
multiple guys.
Horschel
Yeah.
and Grant McDowell comes out of nowhere, shoots 4 under.
Straight out of 2010, Graham McDowell.
Right? It's crazy. My
Did
boy.
remember they showed something on the betting? Sorry to
No, that's fine.
distract you. Where they showed Graham McDowell is plus 10,000 to win this
Oh
week.
yeah, it's on my phone.
He's
If I look at it, it'll blank my
He's
screen out.
3 shots off the lead.
10 plus 10,000. I mean, throw 5 or 10 on there. I mean, geez, what's the and my boy Sanjay M, along with Will Zalatoris, Adam Scott, Charles Howell III, and Ian Poulter, all at 4 under. Siwoo Kim, Max Homa, Chris Kirk, Aaron Wise, Victor Hovland, Tyrrell Hatton, and Patton Kazire all at 3 under. Let me try and go through. Lee Westwood at 2 under. Gary Woodland 2 under. Scotty Scheffler 2 under. Ricky's at 2 under. That's good to see. He did not. He didn't crap his pants yet. Let's see who else we got. Mark Leishman, Cameron Champ at 2 under. Keegan, Doug Gim, my boy Pat Perez, love that dude, are at 1 under with Paul Casey. Let's scroll down a little bit and we'll give you some of the more crappy scores. Like you said, like we were talking about pre-show, it's like these guys that have won in the past 3 months or so, give or take, maybe a little bit more.
Like 2 weeks.
No, I'm talking about the other kid too, like Garrett Higo and stuff like that. They're top. Yeah. So Garrett Higo, Tom Hoagie, and who was the other one?
Right, Sepp Straka.
Sepp Straka. They're all. Sepp Straka's 4 over. Garrett Higo's 6 over. Hoagie 6 over. Like you said, Kevin Na's 9 over. So yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Sergio's 3 over. Kevin Kisner, my boy, 3 over. So yeah, it's they were saying that I think Zalatoris was saying in his press conference that this is going to be the easiest day. There was very little wind. The greens were hardening before our eyes. Like every shot that was going into these greens made a different sound. Like they were getting like harder and harder and harder. They're starting to like get that shine on them. So they're going to get baked out, and it's gonna be pretty some carnage over this weekend, which is going to be awesome.
Joe Sargo says Woodland is my man this week. Where is Gary Woodland?
Gary, he's in good. He was in good shape. Come on. Oh, and Rom is even. Patrick Reed's even. Wolf's even. Where the hell is he? Come on. I had him on the thing. Where the hell is he? I'll keep talking as I try to find him.
How about John Rahm with that Mr.
Oh, he's 2. Woodland's 2 under.
Woodland is 2 under. So Joe Sargo, your guy is in the
5
mix
off
for now.
5 off the lead.
5 off the lead. Rory McIlroy could easily come out and crap his pants today, tomorrow rather. Yes, Joe Sargo says he's 2 under. Yes, he's 2 under. So he's kind of disappeared since winning the U.S. Open a year.
Yeah, who the hell was saying? I think Sleaze and Colt were saying that on their thing. He's like, I guess him and Colt are best friends, him and Woodland, and he was one of their picks to. He was their pick to win it this week because they do a little gambling thing at the end of their podcast. Yeah, he said from what he's been seeing, his game's turning around. So who knows?
So there's that. But how about John Rahm? I know he explained it afterward. He missed a 10-inch putt, but he obviously didn't mean to hit the putt. Obviously, it's
No.
something we've all done, obviously, and he
Yeah.
somewhat recovered.
Yeah.
But it was just bizarre. Bizarre
What was that,
situation.
the first putt inside 10 feet, inside 10
10
inches that
inches,
he missed
10
since
inches.
what? Since what? They said like over like a year and a half or something like that.
It's the shortest place missed since the US Open, right?
Oh,
It's
that's right. Yeah,
Rahm.
yeah, yeah. The US Open last year.
He
Yeah,
says
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the
That's
shortest
right.
putt he's missed since the US Open. I guess he missed a 3-footer at the US Open last year, Torrey Pines, whatever, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, totally
yeah.
bizarre.
So weird. Like, I wonder what he was thinking. Like, did like a bug go in front of the ball, or
He
like
tried
a
to stop, but
shadow,
he couldn't
or
stop.
it was nuts. It was crazy.
Yeah, bizarre. It's funny if you watch in the background of that clip, the caddy is getting ready to put the flag back in the hole.
Oh, what?
And he's like, wait. So
I think
totally bizarre.
I'm gonna give you a little. I'll give you a little. I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Billy Horschel. That's my
Yeah.
that's my winner after a round
Billy Horschel, new assistant coach at the University of Florida.
of my Gators.
Yeah,
Thank you
of
very
the
much.
Gators. So good for him.
Yeah, that's my. I think
Volunteer
that's
assistant.
that's my pick after a round. I think he's gonna win it.
It would be good, obviously.
Mm.
But a pretty crazy day in PGA Tour land, obviously. Thanks again to everybody for watching, even those that are watching from Disney World. There's gotta be something better to do.
Sure. I was just gonna say, surely you have better things to do.
There's gotta be something better to do in Disney World than to watch us. Us two idiots talking about golf and other things. But anyway, we
Holy crap!
appreciate-
How about that?
we
how about that
appreciate you
kid?
watching.
That kid Chris Olave from Ohio State just clocked in a 40 time of 4.26.
Good. Well,
Holy crap!
Well, the Patriots don't know about it because they're not there.
He's a wide receiver. He's not going to get
Exactly.
drafted.
Yeah.
Not by the
Wait.
Patriots.
Didn't he play at Alabama though? There's been rumors that they were going to draft an Alabama receiver to pair with Mac Jones that he played
Yeah,
with.
I did. I heard that. Yeah. Yeah.
Did he? Was he the guy that played in Alabama or no?
No, he played at Ohio State.
Oh, there's two Alabama guys that there's been rumors.
I heard-
that the
I know,
Patriots are looking at.
I heard about that too. I just can't think of their name. But this dude is. I'm watching his run. He's so fast. Holy crap!
Joe Sargo says, "Good show, guys. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll see you at the Northeast Golf Show. I know me and you have been talking over the last couple of days, but sending you links and things of that nature. So hopefully, we'll see you at Gillette Stadium. And obviously, as we said, use our discount code GolfNewsRI to get a discount on tickets, $3 off. Tickets, to be fair, are only $13, so $3 off brings it $10. That's still pretty good, obviously. So obviously, it should be a fun time. We're looking forward to it. Joe Sargo says he is going to the Northeast Golf Show, so there's that. So hopefully, we will see you there one way or the other. We'll have a booth, and so obviously we'll do tons of social media content while we're there. And again, we did warn people. I am warning people that if PC is playing the NCAA tournament during
Our table will be empty.
one of the 3 afternoons, we may be taking a 2-hour break. You can find us at the bar at Patriot Place, one of the 17 bars that are there. So I'm giving everybody fair warning. And that's pretty much what we're doing. So anyway, there's that. That's coming up at the end of this month. Super excited for that. That should be pretty cool. I've never been to a golf show before. I've certainly never exhibited at one. So we're looking forward to doing that. Looking forward to seeing our friends at Pinned. Looking forward to seeing our friends at Links Drinks. And who knows who else is going to be there. I know the NEPGA is going to be there. President Mike Bradshaw, he'll be there. He said if we need anything to let him know. So he'll be there. Mass Golf has a booth. Should be noted that the Riga does not have a booth. They're too good for that. So we won't get to hang out with them.
Shame.
And, Ocean State Golf, I think, has a booth. My friend Russell Johnson and a bunch of other guys, including is it Benton 9, the golf clothing company from Rhode Island. They're killing it. So hopefully it'll be a good weekend. We're also going to be super excited. I haven't officially, we just talked about it today, but we're also be going back to Plymouth Country Club in early May to play with our friends, the Cape Cod Golf Guys, and their Cape Cod Golf Guys, the Pilgrimage Part 2 up at Plymouth Country Club. You may remember I went there last year. It was actually on a Thursday last year. I drove back and I made it well in time for the show. This year it's on a Monday, so I'm super excited to go see them. Last year it was really a lot of fun. We got a lot out of it, obviously, with our relationship with Pinned, Spargo Golf, and other places, and obviously the Cape Cod Golf Guys. So that's coming in May 2nd, I believe. Yeah, May 2nd. So we'll have, obviously, that's a ways away, but not that far away when you think about it. So obviously we're going to that. We go into that as well. We'll have some social media from there. Also, once we officially commit with the next day, we'll have some social media stuff. Everyone's doing their social media tagging, saying, let's go and this and that. So we'll do some of that as well over at Plymouth Country Club, which is a historic private club. I struggled there last year. I'm not going to lie. It was tough, but it was fun too. Obviously, the course was in great shape. So there's that. Can we do a PC minute? Do we have
Do we have? I
minute?
don't think a minute's good enough. A minute's
PC
not long enough.
PC is clearly the story in Rhode Island. Everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. By the way, shout out to Bryant as well. They won. They're in the semifinal game Saturday night at their arena. Which is, by the way, I went to the Bryant game on Wednesday night, their first round game against Central Connecticut. Obviously, they beat them handily, but it was a game at halftime. What an atmosphere they have. The students pack it in. Everyone was there. So credit to them as well. They have their semifinal game on Saturday. And again, if you want to go to see Bryant, totally support them. They're trying to make their first NCAA tournament ever in Division I. And tickets are only $15 for the game. So it's it's a good deal. And Bryant they actually do sell alcohol in the arena. So
wow.
Yeah, they sell draft beer, and I didn't go look necessarily, but they do sell it. So anyway, quick shout out to Bryant. But back to PC, because the other story of Rhode Island, everyone's on the bandwagon. Their first Big East game.
I'm on the bandwagon. I mean, I've always been a PC fan, but it was more of a PC hockey fan. But yeah, I'm on the basketball bandwagon. It's insane. Like I don't think I've watched as much college basketball in my entire life as I have the past like 2 or 3 months. It's absolutely crazy.
So their first Big East, they don't play again until next week. Obviously, there's still some games to go for the teams. Creighton beat UConn last night, which is amazing. Maybe not amazing, depending on what you want to do for matchups. But obviously, the season ends mostly on Saturday for pretty much everybody, and then tournament time starts next week. All next week, there's the ACC tournament, the Big 12.
Oh, it's going to be insane.
It's going to be awesome. It's one of the great weeks in all of college sports, not just college basketball. But PC's first Big East game, and this is confirmed, is next Thursday at noontime. They're either playing DePaul, Butler, or I believe Xavier. Are the three options. It depends on what happens the rest of the
Xavier will be a hell of a game. Whew.
Yeah, and DePaul's playing well. They just beat Marquette last night, so they're playing well. So their first game is next week at noontime, next Thursday at noontime. So we're going out to watch that game. It'll be there one of 3 places: Laura's, Kirkbrey, or Thirsty Beaver Smithfield, and they're in the mix only because the manager that I'm friendly with, or become friendly with, said that they'll turn the volume on for me. And for me, the volume is a big thing. So, especially in a game like that, the volume is a big deal. So they are in the mix. Well, I don't know where we're going yet. Haven't talked to anybody, but next week will be somewhere at noontime or slightly before noontime to watch the game. And if they somehow win the Big East championship plus the regular season title, there's an outside chance that they get a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. At worst, I would think a 2 seed, which would be insane. I know you just bet on PC; they were plus 10K.
Through a tenner to win 1,000. So yeah,
there's that. But pretty exciting stuff. Obviously, March Madness is one of the great times of of the year, and then you go from March Madness pretty much right to the Masters. Is the next week after the national
Oh,
championship.
we know there ain't gonna be any baseball, so.
There's not gonna be any baseball, that's for sure.
Ugh.
They're-
I
they'll
hate them
have-
so much. That's another talk for another time though.
They'll have less people. Baseball will have less people watching than they did before. We didn't have a lot of people watching before.
So bad.
So there is that. Obviously, lots going on. I know the Bruins are playing tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights on.
Jack Eichel is back.
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing, but I'm assuming he's doing all right. And that's on the four-letter network. The Rangers won last night, so that's good. Even though they barely held on for dear life, but that's all right. Still counts. Still 2 points. So that is what's going on in the world. There's your wrap around sports. That was a PC, couple of minutes, a Bryant minute, and it should be a fun. Next week should be a ton of fun, for sure, with all the tournaments going on. Obviously, you have Coach K and his last game at Cameron on Saturday against, of course, North Carolina. And then
Dude,
his
I'm
last run-
scrolling through Twitter right now, and all that John Rahm putt is all over every other
Yeah.
thing. It's so.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that. That's crazy. That's like
Sorry,
one of my
I didn't mean to.
past.
I didn't mean
No,
to.
no, I don't care.
interrupt you.
This
It's
is
just
a-
it's hysterical.
This is a golf show. We should talk about golf. But no, I mean, that was crazy. That's like something I would do, like miss a 10-inch putt. And he said it at his press conference. I know we both watched his press conference together this afternoon. He said that he wasn't really ready to hit the putt yet, or maybe something got in his way, and he tried to hold up, but he couldn't hold up because he was already in his downswing, I guess, if you will, and he ended up hitting it. It would have been funnier if the putt ended up going in.
Yeah, right.
You would have never known, obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
so funny. It's like every other tweet on my feed. It's hysterical.
who was that guy that dumped it in the water that we were laughing at and said, "Oh, there were a lot of mishaps today." I will say there was a lot of dumps on chips. One guy dumped it in the water from the middle of the fairway.
skipped it across half of the pond.
So the course is playing tough. How brutal is that rough today? How brutal did that look on TV?
You couldn't even see.
No, thank you.
You couldn't even see the blade of the club, like the hosel, the tops of guys' feet. Like it was nuts.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'll take my easy rough at Kirkbride or anything. Although last year the rough I can't really say was easy because they killed us.
That was brutal.
So I can't really say easy rough at Kirkbride because that was not the case last year. But this year there's no RA amateur at Kirkbride. Only a US Open qualifier. That's all. So anyway, that what's going on. I can't think of the guy who dumped it in the water offhand, but that was
No, I
fun.
can't either.
Lots of mistakes. John Rahm duffed a chip. Other guys looked like they were going to duff a chip and then ended up.
Oh yeah, he duffed the
Ended
chip
up
on
working
the
out.
rough. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Tyrrell Hatton almost killed somebody on 18.
Tyler Hatton literally almost killed somebody on 18. He stalled it from. Well, I can't remember offhand. I know.
It was a wedge,
Was he in
wasn't
the
it?
bunker? Was he in the bunker
Yeah.
though?
Oh, he was in the bunker. That's right. Yeah, skulled the bunker shot
He was
into
in the bunker. He
into the
stalled
thing.
it into the stands. He almost killed somebody.
Oh man.
So lots of chaos this week of the Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer is watching from above, laughing at these guys, saying, "Ha ha, screw you guys."
Oh man.
So that is what's going on this week. Obviously, on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, of course, one of my favorite tournaments. And they were showing some highlights of Arnie when he was on 18 and he hit the green in 2 with a driver from the
Insane.
fairway.
He hit it to like
Great
25
moments
feet.
in
Like,
his,
what the hell?
one of the great moments in obviously that was obviously the end of his career. One of the great moments certainly.
How cool was that? How cool was his office too with the Dwight Eisenhower back? That was incredible.
Yeah, I guess they say, obviously I've never been there, but I guess they say his office hasn't been touched, so they leave it
Yeah,
up.
they
as a
left
museum.
it as is. Yeah.
Yeah, they leave it up as a museum. And obviously for me, and I've told the story a million times, people are sick of hearing it, but obviously I met Arnold Palmer when he came to the CBS Charity Classic. Which, by the way, is that happening ever again? That might be done for.
I'm actually that's good.
I haven't seen anything about it. I haven't seen anybody. They don't even talk about it. That used to be
Let's see.
great thing. That could we might be breaking news right here on the show, folks. So stay with us.
The website's still up.
Website's still off. But there's no news about it.
21.
I'll text our guy Billy.
Yeah, no, I don't see anything about,
Nothing.
what year are we in? 2022, right?
22,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see anything.
Yeah, I think that tournament, my speculation, but I think that tournament could be done.
At least the
Yeah.
golf part of it anyways.
At least the golf part. but
They're
they'll do something,
starting to get into
uh,
like, like that, the
The
food
virtual
thing and all that stuff, so.
Yeah. That's too bad. That was a fun tournament, for while it lasted. But I saw
Yeah,
Arnold
well,
Palmer
I'm-
there.
All I'm seeing is some stuff from like 2020 and 2021. Nothing.
Yeah. And it's 2020 got canceled in 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, they did like donation news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I mean, you think if they were gonna have it, they would be announcing like the field by, relatively.
It's what,
close.
US
Wow.
Open weekend, right?
It's the weekend.
The day
After.
after the US Open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it used to be a 3-day event, then they cut it down to like a 1-day event, and then the other day
Yep.
was the food. So yeah,
Yep.
it's kind of too bad. I was kind of looking forward to them doing it because I kind of wanted to see the reaction that Faxon would get and the sort of the drama that goes along
Right.
with that. That would have been news.
I didn't even
That'd
think
be
about that.
content-worthy. That'd been content worthy. And they usually hold like a press conference at some point. So that would have been fascinating, but obviously perhaps he's trying to stay away from that. So anyway, but obviously I met Arnold Palmer there. He was a cool guy, said hi to me for no reason at all, really. Well, I was holding up my quiet sign.
I wouldn't,
And
I wouldn't have
so-
talked to you, just so you know.
Well, you shouldn't have. But he did. And you're not Arnold Palmer either. So, there's that. So certainly one of the great cool moments of my golf life, if you will. So anyways, but that's going on this week. We'll have coverage of it. Obviously, as soon as the final putt drops, we will have a story up. Hopefully it's as exciting as the last few weeks with playoffs, and it randomly started raining last week at the Honda Classic. That was totally bizarre. So out of nowhere, it
Right.
started like downpouring for no reason. So it is funny how we talked about this, how like these guys like JJ Spawn and like Sepp Straka. Was it JJ Spawn who said this was his 14th tournament of the season? Right? Wasn't that JJ
Yeah,
Spawn?
I think it
Catherine
was. Yeah.
Tappan was interviewing him. He's like, this is my 14th tournament. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, like what are we doing here?
But these guys try to play early, they get their wins, and they know that the rest of the season is going to be a struggle, except Straka now is in like last place.
Yep.
Tom Hoagie is like irrelevant. He just outdueled Jordan Spieth a couple of weeks ago. It's like, oh boy, maybe this
That's
guy.
his career. That's his career move
achievement.
right there.
Career
Yeah, achievement. That's
so,
what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting how these guys play so early and keep playing and playing. These guys, they build up points on. Then you look at the FedEx Cup standings, and you're like, who are these guys? But then by the end of the season, it's like your normal 5 to 10 guys that are in the mix, because
Always.
it eventually all evens out. In the end. So it's interesting. So, anyways, I think we should leave the people alone now and call the show a wrap. So I'm sure people are sick of us, and we know people. I know you want to get to the Bruins and perhaps more PGA Tour 2K for 6 hours tonight. I know you were
Ugh.
binging. You
Was
were
a
binging.
bender.
last week. Rich killed every course last night on PGA Tour 2K.
Yeah.
They should all be renovated by PGA Tour 2K standards. Now, of course, he can't do that in real life, but he does it on the video game anyway.
I also
Um,
can't play Shelter Harbor in real life, so
That's true. We don't know.
well.
So there's that. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Do you have anything else you wanted to add? No? Perfect.
Nope.
Thanks everybody for watching. It's been a fun week for sure. Lots of content. I'll have more content throughout the weekend, of course. Arnold Palmer Invitational, obviously, we'll be watching closely again. Tomorrow afternoon will be a fun round. We should thank Link Strings for supporting our podcast, and we look forward to teaming up with them at the golf show and everywhere else. And also, be sure to use the discount code. You can find it all over our Facebook page, all over our social media, and on our website. So be sure, if you're looking to go to the show, use our discount code Golf News RI, all caps. If I'm being honest, I don't know if caps matter or not, but it's written in all caps, so just use all caps to be safe. And there is that. So thanks everyone for tuning in. We will talk to you next week. I will warn you that if BC loses, I'll be very depressed. So you better hope for a win. But there's that. Next week is the players. It's my birthday. It's Selection Sunday. So next week's gonna be very busy. And you don't want to miss a thing. We'll have all kinds of video content and all stuff going on as usual. And as we get inch closer to the Northeast Golf Show, we'll talk about some of the content we're doing. We're gonna try to do. And there's like simulators and putting simulators and things. So we'll put Rich on one of those and see how he does. And get some content out of it. So anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you all have a great Thursday night. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for all the support. And it's almost golf season, folks. It is almost golf season. We'll talk to you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. This is the Golf Dudes Podcast.